was on display over the waters of the wide lake. When I was younger, I'd sit on the shore, thinking about swimming across one day. But the lake was so wide, the line of pine trees on the other side looked like needles. Da stepped into the water, stopping once his feet were submerged. He reached into the satchel and removed a flask with a pointy beak. He poured a white liquid in the palm of his hand, bitter lime milk. Its source was a wildflower only found in the southwest corners of Thelsten, in the woods near our village of Heedeon. Often, it felt as if we lived isolated from the rest of the world, though Matranian laws ruled our village. But even if small, Heedeon held gems like bitter lime milk, and a massive population of horned rabbits that sometimes drew hunters from the far corners of the east. Goodbye to the boy you once were. He waved me closer. I obliged, shuddering at the cold waters. Greetings to the man you now become. With the eternal and the mortal, you are now one. And I now receive, I said, hoping to remember the poem, the blessings of old and the curse from the deep, so I may ride forth one day and bring glory to my name. I let out a sigh of relief once I finished. I bent down, and he smeared the cold liquid on the sides of my head before pulling a knife from his satchel. Your soul no longer belongs to a boy, he continued. The feeling of the cold blade against my scalp was bittersweet. Shaving the sides of my head symbolized the parts of the old me that had to be left behind. Your breath now belongs to a man. May Hanell's holy feathers cover you. May his hands guide you. Da released a shuddering breath, as if scared of his next words. And may his justice measure you. Dawn crawled across the sky as my hair fell into the water. He tapped me on the shoulder when he was done. Happy blood date, Bellwound, he said with a proud smile. No cuts, I said. By the feather, even I am proud of myself for that. Though I had to keep with Matranian tradition, Da had never celebrated his blood date. He and Mom moved here when they found out about me. He read their stories and decided to follow their rules, but he never spoke of his past. He led me back to the house where Ma waited by the entrance, wearing a long-sleeved dress tied at the waist by a leather belt. Her hair was the same acorn brown color as mine. She was to braid whatever was left of my hair to mimic the same braid Da had. All Heedeonian women had to learn the pattern once they bore a son. She wanted to smile when she saw me. I knew she did. But her lips remained still, her golden eyes empty. I couldn't tell what occupied her mind, but she seemed to be struggling with something. My parents had always been private about their feelings. They'd ask me about mine, but I never once heard them share theirs with each other, or with me. All right, Ciara, he's all yours now. Da left me by the door. I'm going to saddle the horses. I hope our trap caught food for tonight. Take your time, Stennen. She placed a hand on my back. And shoes by the door, please, Bellwound. Can't have you smearing mud on the floor since we have guests coming tonight. Arnon, Uncle Pius, and Aunt Helga are hardly guests, Ma. All the more reason to keep the house clean. I did as she asked. She then had me bring a chair from the kitchen to be placed in front of the large mirror by my fireplace. She was quiet as we walked through the house, up the stairs and into my room. No big speech on how your little boy is all grown up? I asked, setting the chair in front of the mirror. Having the sides of my head shaved was going to take some getting used to. No big teary moment? Trust me.